Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how you can make a candle from the comfort of your own home. Everything you see me use will be listed and linked below, so that way if you like it and you want to do it too, you can just take the easy route, click and get what you need. So first things first, before we can make a candle, we have to know what we need to make the candle. So let me go ahead and show you that right now. Okay, so you are going to need obviously some kind of wax. I use the virgin coconut soy wax from Makesy. It is very beginner friendly to work with. Soy is another popular type of wax, but it's not as forgiving as the coconut soy wax. So that is why I lean toward this one, even though it is a little bit more expensive than, say, just a plain soy wax. As you can see, it comes in a big old slab, and I just take this blade and I just chop off different amounts and I weigh it and use it. For vessels, I use the 12-ounce Aurora vessels, also from Makesy. Now, again, these are not the cheapest vessels. They will run you about $4 a vessel, but they are solid, they are thick and beautiful. And for my scents, I a lot of times use Candle Science. And other than that, I use Midwestern fragrance oils, as you can see here. Both of these companies I have been very pleased with so far. So you'll typically find me sticking to either Candle Science and or Midwestern fragrance for my oils. You're also going to need 2 wicks. You're going to need wick stickers. You're going to need some kind of way to measure out your fragrance. I'm going to use this. This is picture is for my wax that I'm going to dispense out. You're going to need a stirring spoon, something to hold your wicks together. And I'm going to use these scales to weigh my wax and my fragrance oil. And I also have a wax pot here that I'm going to melt my wax in. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my wax and I'm going to take the amount that I need and I'm going to go ahead and weigh it. So I take my scale like so, and I make sure that it's zeroed out, put the wax on there, almost, but not quite. So let's get some more. And as you can see, I did need 11.5. It's slightly a little bit over, and I actually prefer that because some of it will actually get kind of left in the pot. So as long as it's 11.5 or over, because you're gonna weigh it again when it melts down to get 11.5 exactly. So for now, this will work. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this into the pot. So once you have your wax melting, the next thing you need to do is put together your fragrance oil and decide what scent you want to do. Today, I'm going to be combining 2 scents. I'm going to combine sweet orange chili pepper from Midwestern Fragrance and chocolate. Now, again, I need 1.14. So I'm going to divvy that up and do part of each just so that I get to a 1.14 total for my thing. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So what I do is I'm going to take my jar and I'm going to zero it out. And then I'm going to take my sweet orange and chili pepper. Again, this is from the Midwestern Fragrance Oil Company. And I'm going to just take whatever's left in here and throw it in. So I have 0.57. So the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chocolate and I'm going to blend it together. So now that I have my scents in there, I'm going to just go ahead and give them a little bit of a stir to combine those. We're going to go ahead and move that off to the side for the time being. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take our vessel and I'm going to take 2 of our wicks. Now you don't have to double wick your vessel. If you have a wick that can burn all the way across, I personally have not found one that has burned all the way across in a way that I find satisfactory. I've tried wooden wicks. I don't like them. I think they're inconsistent. So that is why I use the cotton wicks and I double wick it because I feel like it gets a cleaner burn and it doesn't get as hot. So I just feel like that's safer. That's my reasoning. But again, you test and do what works for you. What we're going to do is we're going to take our wick, we're going to take our wick sticker, and we are going to stick that on there like so. So now the bottom is stuck to it. And then I'm going to take my little presser here and I'm going to guide it down and press 2 of these in, 2 wicks in and onto the bottom. And I will show you in just a minute what it looks like. I just press around it like so on the middle piece, just making sure that it's good and stuck on there. And I'm going to repeat the same with the other. Now, when you are doing your wicks, if you are double wicking, you don't want them really close together. You want about an inch between them when they're standing upright. And let me show you what I mean by that. So there is some space between them. You do not want your wicks pointed toward the side. And that may seem kind of obvious, but you would be surprised how many people end up like that. You don't want the wicks pointed out there because they're going to make your glass too hot. You don't want the glass too hot because obviously it could break if it gets too much heat going on it. So make sure they're evenly spaced apart. And as you can see, this is what it looks like down here at the bottom. Like so. So you're going for something like this. As you pour your wax in, it will probably adjust and you'll have to move your little holder back and forth to get it even, but you just want to get a good general centering. All right guys, so now we're going to grab our pitcher and we are going to take our wax. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and take my pitcher, turn my scale on. I'm going to zero it out just to take out the weight of the actual jar itself. And I'm going to go ahead and put 11.5 ounces worth of wax into my pitcher. We're at 11.6, so we're going to get a smidge out of there. $11.5, perfect. So we have our wax all good to go. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to take the temperature of the wax. All right, so we are looking to get between 180 and 185. Now, whenever you're doing it, I always tell people as well, make sure you don't have the metal resting on the actual metal at the bottom because that will not give you an accurate temperature. You want to make sure it's in the middle of your wax, so you're good to go. And as you can see, this is going to work for us. So now that the wax has reached the temperature range that I'm looking for, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my fragrance oil and I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. And I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes. Thing about YouTube that I wish could convey is the scent. Because right now, I wish you could smell this. This is a very unique scent. And I haven't tried this before. This is, I'm getting kind of crazy. I'm trying this on YouTube for the first time, this 2-scent combination here of chocolate and sweet orange and chili pepper. But man, it smells good. Now, right away, I'm gonna go ahead and just take it and pour it into my vessel. And pour it in here. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fix my wicks because they get to be a little dancey. That's what I call it. Dancing when they start to get the oils put in. So I will sit here and stand here and I will just kind of go back and forth and I will maneuver them to where I think they look straight. Let me give you guys a view as well. Now, once you make a candle this size, it's going to take about an hour or so to fully set up. Now, I wouldn't recommend taking it on vacation and moving it all around, but you do need to let it sit still for about an hour before you can even move it to a different location. When it comes to burning your candles, how long should you wait before you burn it? Again, that's going to depend on who you ask in the manufacturer. If you're burning a soy candle, they're going to tell you a week to 2 weeks is good cure time, and they're going to lean more toward the 2 weeks. Personally, this virgin coconut soy wax, the manufacturer says 3-day wait time. That is what I do. And to be honest with you, it works beautifully. I don't feel the need to wait 2 weeks. You will notice that the cold throw of the candle will get stronger as the days progress. Right away, as you're sitting there smelling it tonight, the night you make the candle, you probably be like, oh, it doesn't smell that strong right away. That's okay. Don't worry. It will as it begins to cure and set up. I do typically burn at the 3-day mark. All right, guys, and that is how you make a basic candle from start to finish. You have seen my process, but I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a like, comment if you have any questions, any fragrance oils that you'd like, I would love to know. And if you found it helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.